Welcome to the very first episode of our Crown Tundra playthrough. I am JB from the JB and Millie channel. Welcome to this amazing playthrough. I'm so excited for this. It is about 4:30 in the morning in the UK, so forgive me if I'm sounding a bit sluggish right now, but I'm so excited for this, so let's get right into it. And if you do want to see the rest of this playthrough, please do subscribe. We do a variety of Nintendo content here. So, the Crown Tundra. You have a Crown Pass. Show it to the rail staff at Wedgehurst Station if you want to visit the Crown Tundra, a land where many mysteries lurk within. New adventures await there, and the blanketing snow hides legendary Pokémon of yore. Oh, okay, the Crown Pass, very nice. Now, I have just got this recent look here, which kind of corresponds with our original channel art, and I don't really want to change it for the snowsuit, but I guess it'd be kind of weird if I didn't, so Wedgehurst. Wedgehurst, oh gosh. I'm like thanking my lucky stars that this game isn't like Animal Crossing in that many places would be shut at this time in the morning. So it's good that I can just kind of access things as they happen. Right, oh, I also need to get access to... Actually, no, I don't anymore. I could just change up my team from here. So guys, remember, if you have been watching the channel, we have been doing these Pikachu codes. They've been released, I guess, every other week. I think the most recent one for the Kalos Pikachu was leaked. But I've been doing videos on all of those codes, so if you do want to find them, there's a playlist dedicated to them on our channel. We do all of them there. They're available until the 30th of November, if I remember correctly, so please make sure that you don't miss out on them, because they are some really special limited Pikachus with Ash's hat. They're doing one for every series, so for every region, basically, that they made a TV show about. So from that first Kanto region to the most recent Gala, I believe. Okay, so I'm just changing out my team quickly. I should have done this off camera, but I don't know what's up with my internet, because usually it works fine. Like, I don't have the fastest internet. I have trouble with Animal Crossing, but it usually uploads like an hour-long video within 10 minutes. But this update took at least 2.5 hours to upload. I don't know what was going on with it. It was crazy. Because I got this school friend that I like messaged the second I saw from Cerebi. They tweeted out that this update was live, and I messaged them like, oh my gosh, you know, this is what we've been waiting for. And they literally Snapchat me within 5 or 10 minutes saying that they'd already got theirs, that they'd updated it. And I'm just sat here at like 4:30 now. So yeah, I don't know. I guess times can vary. So don't be disheartened if this has taken a while for yours to update. I don't think there's a set time. It's just, I guess some internet can hold it better than others. I full on overshot the station and I'm just too excited. Also, shout out to our new mic. I'm really loving it. So let's speak to them. Not you. Ooh, you have a Crown Pass too. You can also go to the Crown Tundra. Where would you like to go today? Crown Tundra Station, please. Oh gosh, I'm so excited. Whoa. Okay, I was not expecting that. The Crown Tundra, nice! And it seems like an overall bigger section than the Isle of Armor. Wow. You see, for all people criticize like the animation of these games, I'm actually kind of finding a bit of a charm to it. It is a bit too 3DS era for a Switch game, but I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't enjoying it. This must be your first visit to the Crown Tundra, am I right? I'm researching Pokemon biology around here. A number of ancient and rare Pokemon have been spotted in the Crown Tundra, you see. If I update your Pokedex for you, will you help me research the species that appear here? Absolutely. So I haven't transferred any of the old legendaries from Pokemon Home yet, but maybe I'll make that another video, because I'm not sure if this is another one of those sections where Pokemon can follow you around. So it might be cool to just kind of experiment with some of the animations there. Because I think some of them will look really cool. I imagine having Palkia or Dialga following you around. I think that would be awesome. Or Rayquaza. Look at that. Nice little shot of JB there. Come on, Dad, lay off and quit following me already. I'm gonna go on a Dynamax Adventure in the max lair, and I don't need you breathing down my neck. I'm here to battle loads and loads of red Dynamax Pokemon. Gah! Don't you fret. I know somewhere way more fun than that musty old place. Get ready for loads of quality time with the coolest dad ever. What a generous and totally unwanted offer. Afraid I've got to say no thanks. Ah. So what am I, like a mediator? Come on, Naya, be reasonable, or get ready to be ultra mega embarrassed as I unleash the noble roar of Dad. God, I'll take a hard pass on that, thanks. Excuse me, hello, yes, you, boy over there. My dad is stubborn as steel and he won't leave me alone. Back me up, would you? Well, why are you putting me in this position? I mean, if I say no, it's not necessarily taking sides. It's just staying out of it. What are you brushing me off? That's ridiculously depressing. Gah, wise of you not to stick your head into people's business willy-nilly. Oh, I mean, am I meant to take sides? Have you come round on helping me after all? So there's literally no choice, you have to start interfering. Okay. Brilliant, have a great time with this geezer then. Hold on, lad. Can't say I approve of you butting in blindly. But I'd give you one charging this young lady here ought to see reason. The name's... how do I say that? Peony? Brace yourself, I'm pretty ferocious in battle. Okay, so our first battle. Brilliant stuff. Now, one thing I am fully regretting now is the fact that to stop the echo, we literally have to have our volume all the way down from the actual TV. So the only way we're going to hear the soundtracks from these games from the DLC is by watching it back during the editing process. So I am, like, my weakness is game soundtracks, movie soundtracks, any types of like composed instrumentals. So I hope this is epic. I hope they've done originals. Same for the legendaries, because I was speculating with, you know, Charlotte's channel, Poke Crossing. Please do check them out, they're amazing. But I was really hoping that they were going to remaster and recreate the original legendary battle themes and put them in this game. But I do have a bit of an uneasy feeling that they're just going to make a bog standard legendary encounter song, which wouldn't be a terrible thing, but I feel like for paid DLC they should kind of go that extra mile. So yeah, we are challenged by Pokemon trainer Peony. Oh, Copperaja, nice. Okay, so that's Navius. And yeah, all of these Pokemon with the exception of what's it called? Oh, I actually forgotten the name of the Pokemon that we got in the last one. The Kubfu evolution, Urshifu. These are all gonna be shinies. I did spend so much time in preparation for the Isle of Armor shiny hunting, so I may as well just use that team, because from what I can see, the level scaling is pretty much... oh gosh. Okay, maybe I should have taken him a level 100. But from what I can get, the level scaling is quite similar. I mean, they're a bit higher. I think the last one's, like, the highest was 60 or so. Right. I'm gonna think smartly now, because I'm not doing a very good job here. Okay, this was such a difficult shiny to get. I hatched hundreds of eggs. Please let me be faster. Okay, so I am glad that I took this team. Not bad at all. But watch out, next time it's my turn. I am glad that I did decide to bring in this new team, because I'm actually worried that they're all just gonna get completely wrecked like they are doing. Whereas if I just had my team of level 100s, it would just be a case of spamming that, you know, the A button to just get my way through things. Which, for all it would be easier, I don't know. I don't really like doing it like that, especially for like new content. Yeah, I think Urshifu is the only one that's going to get close to these levels at the moment. So If I can just use them to beef these other guys up a bit, I don't think that's a terrible thing. So I think Aggron's one of the ones that was recently added back in. So this could just be a little way of showcasing, so you remember these ones from before, well, we're bringing them back. Which is a nice way to do things. So I don't know anything about the Crown Tundra. Like with the Isle of Armor, I kind of went in knowing that we were going to choose one of 2 towers and such and such. But here, I don't know anything apart from the fact that there's new Pokemon returning, there's legendaries, and it's a snowy area. That's pretty much it. My darling daughter's disappeared. Where have you gone, my sweet Naya? Darling daughter, huh? Are you sure sweet is a... Well, I'm not being rude. Darling daughter, huh? Of course, my Naya's the sweetest, darlingest daughter a dad could ask for. I brought her out here so we could have a proper father-daughter trip. First one in ages. And now we've got here, she grabs the first trainer she finds, makes him a decoy and legs it. That's my dear Naya for you. That's just her backwards way of showing her papa she loves him. Waha! Yeah, must be. That's the type of girl she is. Ultra mega charming, isn't it? Still, without her, I can't start this adventure of legendary spots I've planned for us. She mentioned wanting to have a gander at some place called the Max Lair, didn't she? Sounds to me like she wants good old Papa to chase after her. Well, she needn't worry. I'm not one for wasting time. Which means it's time to move on. Cheers for a fine battle. I'll be seeing you then, lad. Take care of those strong Pokemon of yours. Oh. And just like that, he was out of our lives. Okay, so let's try and spot some pokes. The Ordino, I think that's Ordino. Oh, I don't know what their name is. That, a pre-evolved form of... Oh gosh, I don't even know. So there's some raids here, which I'm really looking forward to doing. If you guys are watching this and you're interested in getting a few of some of the raids, you can follow us on Twitter at jmillyvids. Whenever I'm doing a particularly competitive raid, or just a raid in general, I'll be sharing some of those codes. So you don't want to miss them. Oh, and I love this. I had them on my original team for X and Y. You know, the Auroras. They didn't do particularly good with defense, but I really love like their kind of cry, their moveset. Ah, the Max Lair, which means my darling daughter is there right now having a giggle with some rare Dynamax Pokemon. Oh, it's you again. Well, kid, maybe you ought to come as well. Right, just hold on, Naya, my dear. Here comes Papa. So have I been healed? Nah. So we're just going to quickly heal up in case we get into some insane Dynamax battle. I mean, it doesn't seem like they're following me so far, so maybe that's just an Isle of Armor thing. I feel like that's a bit weak though, if they just introduce it for that one small section when like Gala's arguably doubled in size with both DLCs. I don't know why I keep saying DCLCs. I guess it's just that time of the morning. There we go. They're cool. Gosh, this looks interesting. It's like an archaeological site. Max Lair. Please, sir, I can't let you. Oh, I think you can. My precious daughter's in there. I'm going in after her. I understand, sir, but... But what? I'm here to have an adventure. I want to kick it off right now. I simply can't allow it, sir. Grr. Oh, there you are, lads. You've come after all, have you? I've not really had a chance. Nothing's alright and everything's the matter. The ultra mega numpty of a scientist insists on getting in my way. Numpty of a... I beg your pardon, sir. If you'd be so good as to simply listen, I could let you through. Dynamax Adventures are quite fraught with peril, and I'm afraid I've got no patience for standing here listening to you rattle off the fine print. We're just going round in circles. You seem to know this gentleman. Would you simply listen to my explanation? If so, I could allow the two of you to enter as a pair. Aha, now you're talking. Go on then, let's hear what the good lady's got to say. And then we could find my little Naya together. Right? I mean, he's being a bit mean. Oh, do I literally need to get into this again? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Are you ready to hear my explanation of Dynamax Adventures? Yes. That's what I like to hear, mate. I owe you one. Very well then, I will proceed. Oh, nice cutscene. The Max Lair is a labyrinth underground cavern with rare Pokemon dwell, the likes of which normally are not found in the Galar region. Oh my gosh, Giratina. Dynamax Adventure. Form a team of 4 trainers and set off to explore the mysterious Max Lair. See if you can find the legendary Pokemon set to await you in the deepest part of this unusual den. To take part in a Dynamax Adventure, you must borrow a single Pokemon to accompany you. Get things started by having each trainer select the Pokemon they will take with them on their adventure. As you explore this den, you will come to branches in your path. Decide as a team which way to go. When you come across a Dynamax Pokemon, it will be time for a Max Raid battle. Catch the Pokemon and you can swap it with the one you have if you think it will help you press on into the depths of the den. To avoid the risk of the Galar particle overexposure, which can cause your own dear Pokemon to lose control, we have prepared Pokemon for you that are resistant to the particle's effects. Right, I follow you. You're saying you don't want Galar losing control so the Pokemon rent some particles, and we might see a rare exposure. That was stunningly incorrect, sir. I love that so much. Oh my god, that's any nasty comment now. Any YouTubers watching this, just comment that is stunningly incorrect. That's a great response. This is a dangerous place. Please make sure you've got a firm grasp of the rules. I'm still a touch lost, but that's the type of place, is it? Huh? Right. Sounds like this is a bit all beyond me, so I'll just go on and get cracking. Here comes Papa, my darling Naya. Sir, no, I've just told you it's too dangerous. What's going on with that man? He looks so much like Chairman Rose, but his attitude doesn't match the chairman's at all. When you're ready, go chase him down. Pardon me, I meant when you're ready to begin your Dynamax adventure, please let me know. See, I actually didn't connect the dots with Chairman Rose. I think it's because I finished the original playthrough around December, so it's been a while. But I'm wondering if the connection is a further hint to the next generation, potentially being an Indian-based region. Because everyone's saying that Chairman Rose, obviously because of their skin tone, it could allude to them being from that part of the world. Plus, I think it was either Copperage's Pokedex or their pre-evolved form that said, they're not native to Galar. So people are speculating that, they're from elsewhere, somewhere like India or somewhere. And of course, a Maharaja is quite prominent in certain cultures, and that sounds a lot like Copperage. I think that's what it's alluding to. So, I'm all for an Indian-based region, to be honest. As like my own personal Indian background, I'd love to see some kind of exposure on that aspect, So I'm all for that. So if this person's going to be a further connection to that, and notice they've got Copperager as well, I'm all for it. If you go on a Dynamax adventure, I will provide you with a Dynamite ore as a reward. I'll also allow you to keep one, just one of the Pokemon you catch along the way. Would you like to embark on a Dynamax adventure? We absolutely will, so we'll save. Oh, thank gosh. Ooh. You'll still need your Dynamax adventure, so we'll suggest trying them alone for now. Just to get a little familiar with the rules before you invite some friends to join you. I mean... Oh, so it doesn't force me to do it alone? Or I just thought that was me choosing stock characters, because I don't really want to wait online. Perhaps I'll play with friends later. Yeah, I'll go through all that again. I can tell I'm already going to get hooked on this DLC though. Like, I'm just going to be here, like, struggling, just tapping the Joy-Cons at like 9, and Millie's just going to come upstairs. Okay, so these are the ones. I don't know what to go for. I guess Sealer's nice. Oh, I wanted the Oranguru. But no, Sealer's cool. I like water Pokemon. Oh, very nice. So I guess at the end of there will be the legendary or a legendary potentially. So, would I rather ice or flying? So, okay, I can already tell what some of these might be. Obviously on the left, I don't know the type, but it's that evolved form of Snorunt. And I think this looks like a Togekiss or a Togetic. Yeah, I don't know. Togetic. I mean, I am a bit disappointed that I can't use my own Pokemon, but at the same time, I think there's plenty of raids available in-game where you can use your own Pokemon. So if they're adding in another layer of complexity, like, it is not just limited to that, there's a whole different trial that makes it a bit more layered. That's brilliant. I mean, I think you're definitely getting significant bang for your buck right off the bat. Like, with the Isle of Armor, it's a bit, I don't know, I think some people really loved it, some people really hated it. I don't think I've ever spoken to anyone that was just in between, like, yeah, it was okay, because, like, I don't know, I just feel like for paid DLC it can't just be okay, like, but I feel like this is definitely the second part of that whole bundle that just makes it so worth it. And I know I'm probably judging it very quickly, but it's just, they're adding in so many layers that what I already know about this, in combination with the whole Isle of Armor, it's very difficult to not be drawn in by it. Now, if someone knows, if they've completed this already, how much more content there is in this versus if they do decide to release a third version that they did. For example, if there's more content in the end game of these two DLCs versus what they usually added in an Emerald version or an Ultra Sun version, then that would be an interesting conversation to have, because obviously, even though it is paid DLC, I think it's considerably cheaper than if they released a third version and you have to pay that £60 more to get that. But whether they'd pay more, you know, attention to detail by doing that, I don't know. But these are fun, I love doing raids, and if it's another excuse to interact with the community, that's even better. So am I catching this one, or does it assume that everyone's going to opt to keep the legendary? I mean, I don't really want this, so. Whoa, that rumble. And everyone's kind of saying that the fact that this is all underground is high allusions to, but like insinuations towards Sinnoh remakes. Now, we did an island tour that was like Sinnoh, and I really want them to happen, but I'm not entirely sure if it does mean that. I mean, it certainly has similarities, but at the same time as well, you've got to consider that it is dramatically different. This is pretty much a 2D campaign from the looks of things. Like, it progresses like a 2D game. Like, you go from one level to the other. And it's very different from what they would go for in Sinnoh Underground, but I don't know. That's just me. I mean, I do think they will happen next. It's just, I don't think the fact that this is all underground is like a massive like clue that that's coming on the horizons. Because even then, it's either Dynamaxing is fully exclusive to Gala, which I don't think it should be, even though that would be cool to kind of have it as a distinct feature. I just think that it's one of the best gimmicks that the game's introduced, because I do miss Mega Evolutions, but I think Dynamax, it's just you have to strategically decide when to play it, or when to not play it, which Pokemon you do it on. And obviously it opens the door to these raids which you can just interact with people, catch Pokemon, earn rewards. So yeah, maybe they'll have something like this in the Underground, and they'll use some of the other zones like the Friend Zone, Friend Park, for what the wild area is in the standard Pokémon Sword and Shield. Hypnosis. See, another thing that I'm actually really loving about this that I've only just thought about is, I know that I'm going to sound like the biggest hypocrite in the world because I've like literally just been like, oh, I like shiny hatched all the Pokemon before the Isle of Armor, but one thing I have is like my pet peeve about raid dens is just like the blatant shiny flexing. Now, if you don't know what I mean, it's you could have a Dynamax raid against a Blaziken or a Torchic or a Centiskorch, and you will have like really good teammates with water types, maybe a flying type to defeat a Centiskorch's bug type, and there'll be someone there that just throws out a shiny Abomasnow, for example. No typing advantage, if anything a disadvantage, no real good moves or strategy, but just to kind of say, look, I've got a shiny. So if it is purely rental Pokemon, I kind of feel that it actually might be a more competitive way to battle with friends and against these like raid den bosses, because it just eliminates that if there's no like shiny flexing. I don't know, it's just something I thought of. Did we get it? I think we did. Yes! Alright, Noctowl. I'm wondering if they'll update this, like when you update, they update the raid den rotation quite regularly. I wonder if this will be a separate thing that they start doing, like... I mean, I think because of the pandemic, it would be a bad message if they were to just release Zarude as a, you know, you need to go to the cinema, you need to get a code type thing. I think it would be much much better if they went the route of, okay, we're going to release it as an exclusive on this, for example. If you made this like an event like the, not Zarude, who am I thinking, Zeraora, where it's like if 1 million people participate in this den, then everyone like at home has a Zeraora or a Zarude. Because if the whole emphasis on this is like legendary Pokemon, there'd be no better way to release it than to have it debut here. I love Exploud. I don't think they're very competitive, but I just remember opening a pack of Pokemon cards that I got, I think when I was on holiday in Cyprus, and I just saw this Pokemon, and it just struck me as such a powerful type. I don't know why. I saw it and I literally thought that I'd run into like the god of Pokemon. Like it just struck me as the most powerful looking thing. So I have actually lost, like, I don't know if that affects me, if I could just rent a new one, or if I could catch this, or if it's like a Nuzlocke and that I just need to like start from the beginning. See, that's something I hope they don't do, because if you do lose, it just seems, I don't know, a bit tedious to have to go through like those again just to get to the end point. Then again, I think that if they were just handing you legendaries just like that, it would be a bit like, you know, if we're paying for a DLC, at least make it a challenge. So there's two sides, but I guess at this point I'm just thinking it would be a shame to have to do it all again when it's like the excitement for the tutorial. Oh, and I've been healed. Okay. Give it an Ice Beam. I'm not doing very good damage. Right, let's hit him with a Dynamax. There we go. I guess I could try and... oh no, there's no point trying to freeze it now that I've got that advantage with the rain. Life tier. Right, so I may as well, let's see, which one's the most powerful? Okay, this one. So now that I've got the rain in play, I'll just blast it with this. If not, I'll just try and freeze the guy. Yes! Okay, good on you, Noctowl. Ooh, so does this have like the same rules as a max raid then? Like if you get X amount of goes, or if you die X amount of times? I kind of feel bad for like attacking this guy as he just sleeps. It just kind of feels a bit... look at them. They're so relaxed. Okay, we're getting there. I mean, I don't know if it's just that I made appalling decisions with the Pokemon that I decided to choose, but it does seem to be getting more difficult as it goes on, so I'm not sure if it's like purposely building up to a legendary. Okay, good. Explode is weak. Throw a Pokeball now. But now, going back to that kind of Pokemon card story, I'm pretty sure that the only reason why I thought that they were like this massive like entity in the Pokemon franchise was that obviously the way it looks, but I think on the card itself it was like an image of that Pokemon like in space looking like Galactus, just like looking like he was gonna swallow the earth. Okay, so is this the legendary? Whoa. Suicune? I apologize for all those screenshots. I was just like, no, Suicune. Oh gosh, I don't have any... oh my gosh, I have nothing effective. But again, it is a good challenge, because I do, on one hand, want to be able to face off against the legendaries with my own team. But again, it just kind of adds to like that risk of, you know, I could, like, anything could happen. Like I could have a rental Pokemon and face off against Giratina, and that's just going to be tense. And also for like level scaling, again, it would just be way too easy to come in with level 100s, just tanking through all the raid dens, tanking through the legendaries. Okay, so we've got some Dynamax. I don't know what to do. Okay, we'll try this. See, if only when our Dynamax now are like got to like the whole size of Gala and just stomped Suicune. But no, I was obsessed with this Pokemon for the longest time. Like, I remember like I had this little booklet, this little Pokedex made into a book, and when I found out, because I think I was playing Emerald at the time, when I found out how to get this Pokemon, like I had to get Wishma or Whisper and evolve it up. I was like, I had to have them on my team. It was such a great day when I finally got them. And then they weren't actually that good, but I kept them around anyway. I don't know if we've even got that one. I'll try and find it. It would say if it's from the Hoenn region, right? So it should still be around. And I think even as a homage to that, I even got an Exploud in a Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Right, nothing's doing any damage. Did nothing. See, this is difficult. I don't. He's definitely more box ticky than Isle of Armor, because Isle of Armor was a bit like an adventure. Not to say that it's any better or any worse, but the Isle of Armor was very much a self-contained story right off the bat. You got a new rival, you know that Mustard was going to give you linear tasks to complete, like find these mushrooms, go to this place, here's this Pokemon, do this with it. Whereas this is very much a kind of way of introducing a new mechanic, like we're introducing these raids, this is a kind of storyline that we're going to contrive around them, and you know, to kind of get you into that tutorial phase. So I'd imagine that for like people live streaming this, they probably had better success with the Isle of Armor, potentially, but I think this is really good. It's just not something that I'm getting particularly immersed in that I'm not attached to that kind of father character or the daughter character. I'm intrigued about the Chairman Rose aspect, sure, but at this point in time, it's just, I don't know, a bit of a grind. I don't know if I'm enjoying that's like one of the first things that you're doing, because primarily I kind of just want to explore, and I'm a bit disappointed that I'm having to wait so long. And even Hyper Beam's doing nothing. And you'd expect it to not really affect a Dynamax Legendary all that much, but I don't know. But it is definitely more difficult. No one can criticise this for just being a easy walk in the park, like that you can just prepare for early. Because even if you have the best strategy, there's no guarantee, I don't think, there's no way of knowing what legendary there is at the end. So you could, I guess, theoretically rent a really good Sceptile and then end up facing off against Entei. And so, to that end, you could actually end up with quite a difficult time on your hands. But like this, I don't know what compelled me, apart from nostalgia, to opt for a normal type, because they're not going to be effective against much. I don't know, even if I stuck with the water and ice though, I guess it wouldn't have been much good against this, but I'm sure they had some other moves up their sleeves. But I got leftovers, which is nice. Oh gosh, oh no. Okay, maybe I freeze them? This isn't going well. See, that did as much damage as the Hyper Beam, I feel. I guess a saving grace is that they can't put up shields, it looks like. Oh no. What the heck? Come on, okay. Okay, so I think we're treading on thin ice. I don't think we're gonna do it. I genuinely don't. Come on, Suicune. I'm not touching that health bar at all. AI is not particularly clever. Like, look at that. That's ridiculous. Oh, choose the one. Nah, okay. Oh, so we kind of got some rewards there even though we failed the mission. I mean, I'm gonna have to do that again, because... Oh, or even if you lose, you progress. That's actually awesome if that's the case. Because ideally you'd want the legendary, of course, but like... Oh, hang on, I recognise you. Are you here for the Dynamax Adventure too? Wicked, guess we're on the same wavelength. I'm Fiona, nice to meet you. What about you? What's your name? JB. Whoa, what a perfect name for you, it really suits you. So my dad is on his way here too? I haven't seen him. Has he got turned around and wound up back at the entrance? Listen, sorry for using you to distract my old man back there. He's as stubborn as a mudbury. Things got alright after I left? What? You beat my old man? You sure pulled a blinder there. He used to be a gym leader, you know. Even on holiday, he's no pushover. You know, my dad was going mad with me, with excitement for the trip. He kept going on about how he'd planned for us to check out local legends on this super intense adventure tour, or Adventour, as he calls it. But I mean, come on, what girl my age would be caught dead doing some naff things like that with her dad? Besides, I really fancy having more battles with Dynamax Pokemon. The thrill of battling one of those massive towering Pokemon. Just thinking about it gets me pumped, hee hee. You know what, I've just had a thought. You're a pretty fierce trainer, right? Then I bet you could handle taking my place on my old man's adventure. Okay. Too right it does. It's a brilliant idea if I do say so myself. He's so hyped up about all this, it'd be a shame to just leave him on his own. And who knows, you could end up running into a legendary Pokemon. How about I meet back up with you after I've had my own fun in the Max Lair? Go on, enjoy your twosome tour of legends. Tell my old man the deal and all that. Oi. Oh. Sleeping. Oh, it hurts. It ultra mega hurts. Nia, where's my darling Nia? What happened? This fine gentleman appears to have tripped on a rock and struck his head. Adventures aren't to be taken lightly. I've learned that firsthand now. Firsthand, I mean. I was just checking to see if my little girl's behind some rocks, and look how I've ended up. Behind some rocks? Is your daughter a rolly collie, sir? Ah, she's got some sass. There we go, I'm up. No little bump's gonna keep me down long. That kip's got me feeling light as rain. How about it then, lad? Did you find my darling near? I did, but... you don't say. So Dynamax is set on staying away until she's had her fill of Dynamax Adventure stuff. And she wants the two of us to go ahead and get cracking on the Grand Pony Adventure. You know, I burned the candle at both ends working out the best itinerary I could for my dear Naya's sake. But I guess she's at the age where she doesn't want her old man tagging along all the time. I'm trying to pass her into doing what I want to do. What I want to do probably won't win me Dad of the Year awards. Right then, what's your name, kid? Cheers, JB. My name's Peony. Wait, have I already told you so? Gah! Then it's twice as nice to meet you. You got Peony's league card. You put the league card in your album. Let's have ourselves such a smashing adventure that my dear Naya will be itching to join the fun. Yes, let's. Now that's an ultra mega great response. Just what I was hoping to hear. We're gonna have ourselves a real treat of legendary Pokemon hunt. Now, so that's decided. Now then, JB. Let's get ourselves to Freezington. It's a town just a short ways off. Time for a strategic planning meeting for Peony's Adventure. I'll fill you in on the details once you get there. I say, let us reconvene post-haste. Ha! Just pulling your leg. Can you imagine if I actually talk like that? Gahaha. I mean, can we check the league card? There we go, let's see what this says. Peony is a former Steel-type gym leader. His powerful and dynamic battle style meant that anyone stuck on pitch maintenance had their work cut out for them. To this day he is known as Steel Peony, and has many fans, especially among men. This photo is actually a composite photo made before Peony came to the Crown Tundra. It was originally a poster Peony stuck in the travel planner he made for his daughter, but she threw it away in short order. Peony liked the way it looked and decided to use it for his league card. Huh. So again, it is possible that they were the gym leader in that Indian-based region. I think it is just fun to speculate on that at this point. So let's get on this adventure. So the story is forming quite nicely now. It is really nice knowing that whole raid thing wasn't mandatory. Because for all it was fun, I think it would have been a bit too much to force a mechanic on someone right off the bat. Because it's very possible people don't care about stuff like that, they're happy with the raid dens. And they just want this for the new place to explore, and for the new Pokemon, just for the new story. So it's nice that they've almost got a story mode and what you can call a free play mode, even though it is very much story based. And this is just so charming. And again, I know I kind of like shot down the idea of Sinnoh remakes being eluded here, and also do stand by that in regards to the downstairs like location, the kind of underground. I do feel that this is a very good indication of what we can expect from the look of Snowpoint City. Hello, what have we here? Another visitor? I am the mayor of this fair town of Freezington. I must say it's a surprise to have visitors arriving in our out-of-the-way town one after another. Might you be here to learn about the legend of the King of Bountiful Harvest as well? Yeah, why not? Ah, never mind, it hardly bears asking. After all, there's very little otherwise to attract visitors to our sleepy corner of the region. Which is a bit of a shame, really. People come this way to investigate what turns out to be a mere fairy tale. But since you made the journey, I must offer you this Freezington speciality as a memento. So, obviously, it's no, it is no mystery that this Crown Tundra is based on Scotland in the United Kingdom, and obviously, a big part of Scotland will be the Loch Ness Monster, the sightings of the Loch Ness Monster and the kind of mythology behind that mystic being. And so it's kind of nice that they've kind of drawn parallels to that. There's like a kind of creature that people are trying to see. Oi! Over here, JB. Oh, that looks like their logo, so I guess they live there, or... Oh, was that my Pokemon? Oh my gosh! I don't know if they were just following me the whole time and I didn't notice. It's very possible I'm just going crazy at this time, but it's nice to have them here. And they seem to have improved it now. Like, there's still that clunkiness, but they seem to be following me quite quickly. Oh. Okay, well, they catch up quickly. It's a statue of a Pokemon, but somehow it feels like it's missing something. So here's Nessie. Okay, so we go into Peony's house. Ooh. Aha, here you are. This pokey little place will be our lodgings. But as part of this moment is also something far more important, our base camp. I know, not much of a base camp is it? Still, we've got to give it a proper air of importance, haven't we? Now, enough faffing about, JB. Let me tell you what the Peony exploration team is after. I love that word, faffing. Round here they've got a fair few strange and mysterious legends. For example, a huge-headed Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. Not to mention, a massive red tree where legendary flying Pokemon gather, and furthermore, these great hulking dot-faced giants that sleep in some ruins or something, etc. See what I mean? This place is just bursting with juicy legends, and we're not stopping till we've found just how much truth they've got to them. And there you have it, we are the Peony Exploration Team. And that is our grand, noble, magnificent goal. Of course, if I had my way, I'd be doing this with my darling Naya. But who knows, they say even chancy meetings can lead to blissful friendships. So here's to a grand adventure, Expedition Chief JB. Chief, obviously. Look, what do you think would happen if the two of us went gallivanting off together? My dear Naya could come along for a grand emotional reunion and find this place empty. Just the thought of it, my own darling daughter sitting alone in this room, pining for her papa. Nah, no, not on my watch. I'd never let that happen. So I'll be the hold down the fort chief, which means you got the pleasure of being the expedition chief, JB. Which brings me to this. Go on, have it. Oh, okay. God, look at you, fit you like a glove. I brought some spare uniforms so my dear Naya would have a few to change into, so there's enough to give you one. And if you ever need to change over kit, by all means, just head into the back room back here. I've got some different coloured scarves in there, so switch up if you fancy a bit of style. Here, have these too. Legendary clue 1, A clue about the King of Bountiful Harvest is written by Peony and all photos attached to it. Oh, is that Calyrex? There's a fairy tale in Freezington about the legendary Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvest. In the legends, the king is said to wear a massive crown on its head, but the wooden statue near the fields in the middle of the village shows no sign of the crown. Legendary clue 2. Okay, so these are unique drawings. Far into the giant's bed lies a temple where the giant of stone sleeps. On the temple's door are strange words, let the mon change one. The door remains firmly shut. Sunken into the side of snow-slate slopes lies a temple where the giant of ice sleeps. On the temple door are strange words, what to get live still of snow. The door remains firmly shut. The legendary giants. Near where green meets snow in the giant's bed lies a temple where the giant of steel sleeps. On the temple's door are strange words, let out note whack iron eel. The door remains firmly shut. On the distant paths of 3-point pass lie a temple where 2 giants sleep. On the temple doors are strange words. We read door or being. The door remains firmly shut. Unique drawing. Oh. When the sun reaches its zenith, it shines directly down upon a great tree with leaves that seem to burn. It is there that the legendary wings come to roost. They are legendary clues I have meticulously compiled from hours of dedicated telewatching. First off, why not have a look at that clue about the King of Bountiful Harvest? Seems like the King's bonds with his loyal steed, or whatever you call it, run proper deep. So if I had a name to name this expedition, I'd call it... Whoa! The sacred bonds of sovereign and steed. Nice! There's a big statue of it bang in the middle of the village, though its head isn't as massive as in my notes. Do you want to change back into your usual clothes? No. You know what? I do love the kind of new JB look that I've got on this guy, but I think it would be a... Oh, Master Ball, lovely. It'd be a bit of a shame to just unlock these new clothes and not showcase them for at least an episode. I mean, I suppose if I really wanted to, I could... Oh gosh, I clicked on something ridiculous. Oh, was it restore? If I wanted to have a little homage to my usual JB-ness... I mean, there's nothing that screams orange. I guess rock could be. Nah. Oh. That is like the opposite of orange. Oh well. I don't know if there is an opposite of orange specifically, but it would be grey. And I like these trees as well. It's getting me ready for Christmas, if anything. Look at that. This place is stunning. And there. Of course, it scared me then that my Pokemon just popped up. I mean, I don't know if you guys want a specific one following me. Blastoise is always cool. Yeah, I'm missing something. So, I don't quite know how I'm meant to be analysing it. Is it? Look into the King of Bountiful. I guess I'll speak to people, because it's like, if I went to Scotland looking for the Loch Ness Monster, what better way than to like speak to locals about sightings and stuff. I don't know if I'm applying too much logic into this, but my kind of sense is just speaking to everyone. Or maybe I'll just walk into a cutscene. Oh, bread. Oh gosh, Blastoise is stuck. Okay, so I don't know if they're meant to be interpreted as footprints. Yes, there they are. Oh, it's Sonia! These are exactly what I was looking for. I knew my hypothesis was spot on. Wait, JB? What are you doing in a place like this? Exploring. Are you having me on? This freezing place? Hardly the kind of locale I'd pick to go exploring if it were up to me. But here I am, stuck in the Crown Tundra, trying to learn about the group of Pokémon. There are some people that prefer places where there are no people, you see. Pokémon that choose to live in isolation. The Crown Tundra here is just the place for that sort of Pokémon. If my theory is correct, then I think a certain trio of legendary Pokemon could be lurking somewhere in these lands. I'm sure my theory is not wrong. If you want some proof, look there. See those footprints? Yeah. You found evidence of the Iron Will Pokemon. That's 2% of the data needed to track it. My theory is that the legendary Iron Will Pokemon, Cavern Pokemon and Grassland Pokemon are all somewhere out here in the Crown Tundra, and there's evidence like this scattered all over the place that leads to them. If we could find more evidence and collect 100% of the data needed to track these legendary Pokemon, I bet we could use my Pokemon Finder to figure out what habitats they're living in. But this place is wicked cold and it's putting me in hibernation mode. Are you planning to stick around here for a while, JB? Think you could try and spot more evidence like this and report it to me when you find it? I'll reward you for your hard work, of course. I'll be waiting in the house there so I can stay warm and cozy and maybe feel my fingers. So I can grip a pen or write, of course, since it'll be working so hard on research. Okay, sounds a bit sus to me, but oh well. I'm wondering if this fits into the timeline, because a common thread between both this Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor was that no one is aware that you're the champion, and obviously Sonia was in the main story. So it's a bit weird that they don't mention that now, but I guess JB's humble. Gosh, this is creep. Oh my flipping heck. That was really scary. No, I'm not having another one of those chase after me. Okay, I don't hate this mission. The only thing is that it strikes me as a bit odd that this, and I didn't do this trial, so I'm not sure if I'm speaking out of term here, but it seems to me like this is the equivalent of finding all those Digletts, those Alolan Digletts. It's a bit like, it is sometimes clear, but other times it's like a needle in a haystack. And I don't even know if I'm progressing right, but it seems weird to have that as one of the first missions. And there's just so many, because there are so many legends here. It's like, if I'm pursuing this grassland Pokemon, I don't know if I'm failing in my mission to find the Legend of Bountiful Harvest, or whatever it's called. Like, I don't know if I'm off mission. I mean, it's still saying look into the King of Bountiful Harvest, so I don't know if I'm doing that or not. But I'm exploring, which is fun. Focus Sash. Giant's bed. Whoa. Oh, Rotom. Oh, it's me, Peony. How are things, Chief? You found some place ruiny looking? That's gonna be one of those places, you know, where the legendary giant's supposed to be. Do you see your door with serious writing on it? I hear no one's ever been able to get it open. If that's true, I think I'll call this particular adventure The Terrible Titans Lurking Locked Away. Oh, I love this guy. Right then, Chief, I eagerly leave the rest of this research in your hands. Talk to you later. But then, I don't know if it's just there to be quirky, kind of like, you know, eccentric, or if every single one of these titles is like a new mission, and I'm just entering loads of missions and not finishing them. Let ring the piercing note that will wake the Giant of Steel, so clearly there's some type of musical instrument or something that I need to play outside that place. I can't find any more of those little footprints. Grimsnarl. This is a big place. But it seems a lot more open than the Isle of Armor, which had different sections. This seems a lot more like a wild area. I'm also somewhat curious to where Hop is. Because if Sonia's here, you'd think the kind of research aspect would be more his purview. So Bountiful Harvest, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that's cool. This is an interesting looking area. I mean, this is potentially harvested in the old cemetery. A bit macabre. Maybe there'll be some ghost types here though. We've got a Pokemon in there. Oh, there's teas. I don't have one of them. So it is sweet how they've like added in these little almost biomes. Because there's that odd looking building in the main section of the wild area, which I guess has some ghost Pokemon there, but there's no real reason for it to be there. Whereas this is very much the first place that I'm feeling like we're doing some genuine exploration. Which is awesome, because I remember like the old games where you could literally explore haunted houses and everything, and whilst we're not inside, and we're not like exploring like different sections of a haunted place, it definitely feels more towards that type of area. Whoa. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's a little dinosaur. So this is all still the Crown Tundra. This place is awesome. How do I get to this tree? Oh gosh, there's a cave there. Yeah, I wish I could ride your bike like down the slopes. Oh god. I'm not sure if I was supposed to remain on the water to get to that smaller platform and then climb up somewhere. Oh, or if there's... I can just go up there. Ah. Whoa. That looks amazing. Oh my gosh, are those the... Oh my goodness. Whoa, okay, there's some... Whoa. Whoa. This is amazing. This is like a full-on cinematic moment here. Oh gosh. That's terrifying. So I'm guessing it's a bit like Mystery Dungeon where you kind of have to navigate your way through 3 separate places and then face off against the legendary afterwards. Beep beep beep. Hey, it's me, Peony. Listen, I wanted to ask you something. Hang on, Chief. There's breaking news on the telly. They're saying dodgy bird Pokemon are popping up left and right. There's this pointy-feathered one in the wild area, plus a fiery-looking one out in the Isle of Armor, and this fancy graceful one apparently flying around the Crown Tundra. Wouldn't it be something if they turned out to be the bird Pokemon I wrote that clue about? If that were the case, I think I'd call this expedition something like... A legendary trio of legendary fruit. That's awesome. I love these titles so much. See, because I want to kind of like get this out there, I want to like obviously optimize the video as much as possible, but if we had a bigger following, the amount of like titles like that you could come up with every video would be amazing. Like, oh god. When the sun reaches its zenith, it shines directly down upon a great tree of leaves that seem to burn. It is there that the legendary wings come out to roost. The bird of orange dashed off to the wild area. The bird of black flew off to the Isle of Armor. The bird of purple set off across the Crown Tundra. So honestly, I think it's a good place to leave it there. It's so late, I'm getting so hoarse, but like, I am having a blast with this DLC. I genuinely cannot recommend it enough. Like, I can understand some of your reservations about biting the bullet and getting the Isle of Armor if you were disappointed with Pokémon Sword or Shield, and I still don't think that this is a complete game changer from that aspect. Like, if you don't like Pokemon Sword, I'm still not convinced that this is going to completely change your opinion on the whole game. But honestly, if you like Sword, and if you weren't convinced by the Isle of Armor, please let this convince you, because this is a must-have expansion for people that like Pokemon Sword and Shield. Honestly, it's amazing. So yeah, I will see you in part 2 of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. JB and Millie.